Hello, I'm Wendy. This is a painting of the first snowdrops that I saw that were peeking through the leaves in the woods around us. I really wanted to try and get those nice warms of the carpet of leaves that they were growing through. I videoed this demo as a 1-minute short, but I have a longer version here, a narrated version, as I thought painters might be interested in some of the techniques that were used. This painting has stronger colours than a second one that I did that I posted, and I think I prefer this one actually, and I rather like the little bit of salt that I put on the right hand side. It was filmed vertically, which doesn't fit very well into the horizontal format of YouTube, so it looks a little bit messier, my background, than usual. There's a template available for this drawing and the link is in the description box below. I carefully masked out the snowdrops, and when that was dry I added a wash behind them. I'm using some light greens, using a light yellow with some sap green and some cobalt blue. Make the greens a little bit darker around the snowdrops so that snowdrops will stand out when the masking fluid's rubbed off. At this stage you can add a little bit of salt for some background interest and texture. While the background was still damp, then I dropped in some of the colours for the leaves. I started off using almost pure cadmium orange, and then I dropped in some mixers, some dark browns with burnt sienna and ultramarine, and to some of those mixers I added a little bit of light red. So I was getting a variety of colours in there, a variety of tones, leaving some spaces so that you got some lighter areas against darker areas. I used a little bit of tissue to pull out some of the paint, and I thought that was quite effective. It just gave you the impression maybe of a few lighter leaves in the background there. And a touch of the darker paint around them accentuated the difference in tone. Using very dilute ultramarine, I suggested a few shadows on the flowers. If you'd like more detail about painting shadows on the snowdrops, then I have a previous video that you can look at, and I'll put a link in the description box below. My next job on this painting was to paint in the stems and the little sort of leaves around the buds. You can see from here that I'd put on a very light yellow on the stems first, and then I mixed a much darker green to go over the top. I like to cover them. I don't like the white showing through. It seems a little bit distracting, so I just put that yellow on first. You can work these a little bit more wet into wet if you want as well. And what I'm trying to do carefully with these is to overlap some so that you can sort of see where the stems are going behind some of the flowers. This stage has got to be done quite carefully and with a nice small brush. And finally, I always like to do a little bit of splatter. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget we've got a Facebook group. You can put your paintings of snowdrops up there for us all to see. That would be really nice. That link and lots of others are in the description box, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, then please do. It is free and you won't miss anything that's coming up in the future. Till then, bye for now and happy painting.